Valedictorian sounds great, right? Perfect grades, school recognition, and getting into the school of your dreams. Well, not really. That's just the tip of the iceberg. While valedictorians or salutatorians may appear to be driven, motivated, and successful, the immense pressure, either from peers or internally, and burnout often leaves students with an astronomically higher likelihood of developing mental health conditions like depression and anxiety. According to a study from the American Council on Education, nearly 8 in 10 high performing students report that mental or emotional difficulties have affected their academic work, with over 20% indicating this impact for 6 or more days in the past 4 weeks. This type of information wasn't just found in a single small study either. For my own research, I found over 30 different studies from organizations and universities like the National Institutes of Health, Stanford, the CDC, and plenty more. In addition to causing high stress levels, top academically performing students get significantly lower amounts of sleep when compared to the average high schooler, who gets around 7 hours of sleep a night, which in itself doesn't meet the recommended 8 to 9 hour requirement for teens. Fatigue can significantly hinder one's ability to focus and retain information, causing setbacks in real, meaningful learning that is necessary for application in later real-life opportunities. Chronic lack of sleep and unhealthy or inconsistent sleep patterns can lead to more health problems further in life, including, but certainly not limited to, an increased risk of hypertension, diabetes, obesity, depression, heart attack, and stroke. Fundamentally, insufficient sleep, stress, and burnout, directly caused from the prolonged pressure of being valedictorian, lowers the overall quality of life. In addition to posing a risk to a variety of sleep and mental health conditions, being valedictorian, unfortunately, doesn't automatically mean that your dream school will accept you. This even applies to top universities and Ivy League schools such as Stanford or MIT. But why is this so? Well, let me tell you something. Most colleges and universities in recent years have been shifting gears less towards grade metrics and rankings and have instead focused more on the well-roundedness of students. This means that, while yes, they do want to see academic achievement and growth, they also want to see other key aspects of a student's life, like extracurriculars, athletics, volunteering, or job or even internship experiences, and even passion projects. I'll make a video about passion projects later in the future if requested, but that's beside the point. The truth is, colleges want to see you not only as a student, but also as a person with multiple dimensions and character. And high academic performance is only a piece of that. Admissions officers want to see true passion and interest in subjects, which can be applied not just in school, but also further in future careers and lasting lifelong interests. Colleges also prefer to see growth or a relative upward trending grades over straight A's and a 4.0 GPA. Fewer and fewer schools are actually requiring for class rank and SAT or ACT scores to be submitted, often taking a more holistic approach than in the past. And so if I go on College Board Big Future, we can actually see that Princeton University doesn't even require this submission. And if we look at, say, University of Michigan or Colorado Technical University, GPA isn't even regarded very high as some other things, such as submitted college applications essays. Going back to what I'd said before about mental health among top performing students, There's another key reason as to why these students experience higher levels of anxiety and depression. This is due to the comparison between these students and the struggles that come with it. We can even see this in younger children who are identified as being gifted or excel in school. While one might initially think of these students as better off than others or not needing of extra help or assistance, this is often the very stigma surrounding gifted children as they go into high school, highly achieving students, which causes them to be afraid to ask for help or to not know everything. This unspoken pressure can lead to confusion and significantly set back real learning. As a gifted child myself, I've certainly had my fair share of comparison among other students like me, never quite feeling like I was enough to be at the top, even if it was just an arm's reach away. The fight to the top for Valedictorian and Salutatorian is a very unhealthy and extreme level of competition. It can damage friendships and self-esteem. Also, a major focus on grades and school can lessen the time to make meaningful relationships with peers. This feeling is often extremely isolating and contributes to the plethora of mental health issues associated with being at the top. Being or aiming for valedictorian often comes with the cost of things that really matter in life. Like I mentioned before, the lack of time for anyone or anything else can affect your ability to make relationships and real, long-lasting connections. This not only applies to school friends and relationships, but also to families at home as well. Receiving the support one needs comes from a community, which is difficult to have when you're too busy juggling unnecessarily difficult classes. It also takes away from other true passions or interests you may have, like exploring your love for nature, painting, playing an instrument, crocheting, or building things in your backyard. It robs you of the true beauty of life and the stillness of just being alive. These years, arguably to some, are some of the most influential years of your lifetime. You're still finding yourself in ways you never could have imagined and what you truly enjoy. All of this could change as we get older and take different paths. The point is, while it's important to stay focused on your future, don't let it eat you up inside and keep you up at night. Sometimes you need to flow through life as if you're on a river. And if you're still here wondering if you might still possibly want to have your shot at valedictorian, I have some news for you that isn't all bad. Yes, it is possible to stay driven and compete to race to the top of your class. However, you need to remember that this should never come with the cost of losing yourself in the process. If you naturally fall within the top percentages, then it might be good to challenge yourself and see how far you can go. But you must know that it certainly isn't for the faint of heart. Ultimately, the competition between students to claim the title of valedictorian is highly unhealthy and should not serve as an example for future students and generations. Whether or not you decide to aim for valedictorian, I want you to take one thing out of this video, if anything at all. You are enough, not because of your awards, not because of a title or a ranking or how smart you are, but simply just for being. If you have any future video recommendations or feedback, make sure to drop a comment and please like this video if you enjoyed it. Make sure to subscribe so you never miss out on new content and to support my growing channel. I'm Audrey, and thanks for watching Study Fuel.